Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as my favorite character on Beyond the Gates have said today is a new dawn. We haven't had a new soap opera in years. Okay, we are in the dawn of a new soap opera. I gotta sit there and say it was hella interesting. Now we're going to sit there and talk about all the soap operas tonight, of course. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, Young and Restless, and of course, Beyond the Gates. Also, if anyone that watches Hollyoaks, we'll talk about that too, because I got. Now let's sit there and do roll call. Get this started. Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Wink is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon said he loved it, and I know that character Bill Hamilton. No, I know he's one of your favorite. That man is tall as shit. Queen of the South, how are you doing tonight? I hope you had a lovely day. Let's sit down and have some music and get this started. Yo, that dude is tall as hell. Good, like yo, what was he feeding that man as a kid? Uh, yes, yes, the hell he is, Black man. When he stood up, I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I know there's people that's taller than me. I'm taller, to be honest, I'm taller than some people, believe it or not. But Laura B's in the chat, how you doing tonight? That is one tall ass man. Duane is in the chat, how you doing tonight? Wink says, I was over that nurse and her husband over it. Of course. Amy's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Why was he done with the why was he done with the nurse and the guy? The nurse name is Ashley and the guy name is Derek. I still make it as last day. Oh, man of the hour. I'm glad you're here tonight. Last day. I saw some of your comments last day. We're gonna have a little bit of a powwow. I'm doing good, Black Mom. I'm doing good. Today was one hell of a rush. I'll tell you that much. Trying to watch six soap operas in one day was one hell of a rush. Airborne, who are their connection to? What's the purpose? Well, to be fair, Wink, I mean, this is the first episode, right? So, like, even the other guy that came in, that was talking to the nurse, and I got to sit there and find out his name. That's right, Janet, my gorgeous Queen Janet's in the chat. What's that guy's name? Spencer. I sent you the new. Okay, thank you, Spencer. When I get my PlayStation updated, I'll definitely tag you. Invested, yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It's the first episode too. That guy's Nicole's adopted son. Oh, you mean the one that's Martin, I think, right? But there was somebody else though. What was his name? Yeah, there's Martin. That's the adopted son. I'm guessing. There's Ashley, who you're talking about. I feel like there's one missing. I think there's probably maybe one character who I don't know. Who said that? Who said that? She's going to be on Beyond the Gates. No, okay, all right. So we have a little powwow last time. We have a little powwow, and I'll probably just reiterate this later on because I want this to be a teachable moment. I'm gonna get to other people's comments in a hot minute, but we need to kind of talk about this, though. Okay, lastly, it says I don't hate the show, but Danny needs to get over herself. We get your husband cheated on you and let you go. What is she the first person that? So here's the thing, though. But here's the thing though. Last day, I don't. Okay, last day when I sit there and say I don't. Yeah, wink. Because here's the thing, last day, and when I sit there and say I don't. I'm not saying this saying this out of disrespect, but like I feel like it's kind of an ignorant statement to sit there and say because you yourself said that you don't really have experience with the opposite sex. So you've never been in a relationship. You've never been in a relationship. You've never been in love. You don't know what being in love is like. And I think for you to sit there and say, "Well, she should just get over it," I feel like that's a little kind of an out of pocket comment to say if you've never actually been in a relationship before. And I've been in a relationship before, and I've loved women, and I've been in love with women, and I can tell you that's not something that you just simply get over. You know. So the whole well, she just needs to get over it. She's been married to this guy for like since she was 19. That's not something that you could just simply get over. You know. Oh, yeah, no, that's the thing now, Spencer. Yeah, don't take that off. I hear a bunch of stuff off. I don't hit things, Spencer. I don't even go on Facebook to try to find information or even look at the information on it because I know it's clickbait. So, ooh, I like that. Duan says if Kelly Monaco is on Beyond the Gates, Kyrie's might get over his broken heart syndrome. Tommy. So yeah, Soldier, you can't really. Well, the thing is, she comes up with theories and stuff like that, but like nothing is ever fully reliable, you know. And you said something, and again, last day I wasn't sitting there trying to shit on you. It's just like, and it's your opinion. So like, this isn't like me sitting there saying I'm. That's right, Crystal. So what's the point? The point is that you're in your feelings last day. During your feelings. I mean, hell, I've never just had a woman break out with me and I just sit there and say, well, there's no point of me sitting there complaining about it because it's not going to do anything. Like, yes, I get that last day from a logical standpoint, but the thing is, when you're dealing with people and emotions is not going to make sense. It's not a straight line. But I get what you're saying. Also, it's a soap opera too, though. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can see using it this saying after a while it kind of extended a little bit too far. It kind of went on a little bit too much. But I would probably give you a little bit of that. But you know. And you also said that okay, so I said something in this episode. I said that Bill Hamilton is worse than Drew King, right? And one of your comments last day, and I'm gonna get to everybody else in a minute. Trust me, I'm not picking on you. But one of your comments was like, well, at least he divorced his wife before he decided to cheat on her. I'm like, bro, he's been cheating on her for years and she's known about it. She just chose to ignore it because it wasn't in the town she was doing this. So she felt like, listen, he's doing it somewhere else. He could be a scumbag somewhere else. I could pretend it doesn't happen. You know, Duane says Danny's suffering from broken heart syndrome too. Danny Romalotti? Are you talking about Duane? Spencer says, okay, so how could the strain of hair could be Jason is because Jocelyn's hair is connected to Michael and well, it was just planted. It was laughable, but also that's another problem with that though, Black Mind. It wasn't so much like it was over the top, but she made it about herself. That's the thing. She made it about herself. And I'm like, this dude is crying, he's upset, and you're just like, oh well, let me just make this about myself now. How are you doing tonight, Crystal? Lasta says, Danny, I can pretend it doesn't happen. I don't need it to be in a relationship to know that's stupid. Okay. Janet says the cat. Yes, it all looks great. It all looks great, Janet. Like I'm very impressed. Um, Wing says in reality, when someone gets cheated on, that's all they talk about, especially if they were married. Exactly, and that's the thing, though. Like also Wink, it was a different time. It was also a different time period. Like yes, ideally, Wink, like her being cheated on and knowing about it and not doing anything, I can sit there and see how some people could be like, why don't you just leave him and stuff like that. Like this is where Wink a little bit of that red pill. I don't know if you saw my review, but this is where that red pill mentality comes from, and it's pretty much there's rules to cheating. You know, um, you don't embarrass the family, you don't embarrass her, you don't bring any kids out of what I'm saying. You don't bring, what I'm saying, like your side chick is your child chick. Okay. So you don't embarrass your wife, you don't have a baby with your side chick, and you don't bring any diseases to your main wife, you know? So yeah, like I said, emotions is not exactly a linear line. Even though I would sit there and say that some people are stupid, they're out of pocket, they're vindictive, but Monique says I came on the part where my maybe backhand her supposed to be best friends. Jenna says, I feel that the hate actors speak like real people. I feel that the hate I feel that the hate actors speak like real people. What does that mean? But yes, and you also have yes, the thing is the sets look amazing, right? Looks amazing. And like I said, like I told everyone, I was like, you gotta sit there and kind of temper down. Last it says, Danny, am I supposed to sit there and feel bad for her because her husband left her? I'm waiting to see what she does because something told me she's gonna break up a relationship. Yes, yeah, and yes, I get, yeah, Jenna. That's like General Hospital. That's one of the things I really loved about General Hospital and One Life to Live is that they spoke like modern people. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't speak in this very soapy kind of talk. Sometimes Young and the Restless does that every now and then. Not too often though. But I do know what you're talking about. No, I got you, Rank. I got you. But you understand where I'm coming from, though, right, Rank? Well, see, that's the thing, though. So, yes, now Monique says Jason better not use Drew as an alibi because we all know he will lie since he hates the Quartermains. If he lies the Quartermains so much, if he hates the Quartermains so much, stop using their name. I'm glad you do, Link. I'm so glad you do. Prince. Good night is Beyond the Gates on YouTube because not getting it in Canada. I looked for it earlier, Prince CJ, and I didn't see it. But I mean, I checked again tonight. What's good, Ed? But the thing is, though, Monique, even if he uses Drew as an alibi, what's good, Dolomedics? That is correct, Wink. Even if he used Drew as an alibi, It doesn't matter because Cyrus has disappeared. He's not dead, right? So Jason could have picked him up at any point in time, and we wouldn't know. Actually, no, Monique is on there now. Yeah, no, it comes on at 5 o'clock. It comes on at 5 o'clock, so it's already on there. Yes, that's very true, Ed. It's very true, Ed. I kind of enjoy Days of Our Lives today. I'm not gonna lie. I normally kind of like, but I actually enjoy Days of Our Lives today. Arnold was kind of funny. In the beginning, he was looking on a computer and he was like, "I can't believe I'm sitting there saying this, but I'm bored with porn." That was hilarious. Yeah, Wank. And the thing is, I want to sit there and test it because let's be honest, when you're watching on regular TV, they have interruptions, and sometimes from the most pointless shit. And I'm like, so I was hoping that it came on Paramount Plus, and it does. Also, I'm gonna sit there and say this shit again. We actually have real music, not that generic BS that the other four soap operas do. Actually, put on some real goddamn music. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, slow down. You're already spoiling us. Um, Thank you, Dolmex. See, Dolmex is not there checking to make sure, he's not there rating everyone's reviews on the gates. Which, thank you for reminding me, Dolmex. I gotta sit there and reach out to Brock TV. It is. Yeah, I remember you saying that. What's good, Amber? I remember you sitting there saying that. You didn't like the pictures and stuff like that. I can get past it. I do like their music though. I do like the intro and the music. The intro and the music is actually pretty good. So a certain level of style that I Tommy says, what do you think about Adam getting back with Chelsea? Chelsea has done some stuff, Adam has done some stuff. I kinda think that they're right for each other. Um I don't know. The thing is, Tommy, I don't know if um Adam has ever cheated on Chelsea or if Chelsea has ever cheated on Adam. Because if they never cheated on each other, I say give it a try. I would sit there and say give it a try. You know, Ed, yeah, apparently she was. She was played by a different actress, but yes. Um, I mean, I'm glad that she did put it together now, but at least somebody did. At least somebody did. Because it's funny. And before she was sitting there saying that, oh well, when Jada, remember when Jada was sitting there saying that there's something off about him, there's something wrong. I don't know what's going on, and Stephanie was like, well, you're probably just sitting there having that whole PST thing because of Everett and everything like that. She tried to make it seem like, oh, it was an Everett thing, and that's the reason why she's acting like that. Now she's like, oh, I got an idea. Monique said he kissed Sharon when he was married to Chelsea. They didn't go any further than a kiss. All right. I mean, it's bad, but like, hmm, I don't think a kiss. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Monique. Then I'll definitely sit there and say go for it. I was too. Like, here's the thing, though. I don't think he got upset. I don't think he got upset with it. I think he was a little hurt, but he wasn't upset with it. He wasn't upset with it. I just, yeah, he wasn't upset with it. But I think he was more. See, that's the thing, though, Wink. Right? Like Chase, like it's funny too because I put these two parallels together. You got Audrey, you got Nate, you have Chase, and you have Brooklyn. Now Brooklyn told like 90% of the truth. And Chase was not upset. He wasn't indifferent or anything like that. He was just like, um, he was just more understanding. But I don't know. She's not gonna want to let Jason take the fall. Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing though. Ed. Like, I didn't know whether to look at that comment was as a homophobic comment or just more like just calling him a little bitch. Like that was the thing. I don't know if that was considered homophobic or was it just like, but but what's really crazy though? Like, and I'm gonna get back to the gates in a second. What's really crazy? Ed, did you watch the gates yet? Is that Jada was really hurt and upset. Um, was hurt and upset that he cheated. But I'm like, he literally made up false evidence. He took your job. I think the cheating thing is something the least you should be upset with at this point. Because she was still willing to sit there and give this man a chance at everything he just did to her, taking her job, planning, you know what I'm saying? Like really kind of like, um, oh, it's good. And now Wink says the difference is Chase and Brooklyn are married, and there's a different level of trust she owes. Okay, all right, that's very true, Wink. It's very true. Um, but yes, I'm like, you was still willing to give him a chance after the way that he treated you. Like I didn't understand that. I'm like, he took your job, he acted like, oh well, there was evidence, and you just have to sit there and get over it. And you were willing to sit there and take him back? Like, really? Donna said that trust is earned, not owed. Hey Donna, it's good to see you. Um, yeah, the gates is wild though. I don't know if last day if you're can't hang out long. Oh, it's good to see you, Donna. Also, listen, I'm going to sit there and say something since you can't hang out long. I do want to apologize if you felt like I was going a little bit too hard on you on your opinion. I mean, yes, I disagree. Um, but I hope I didn't make it seem like you couldn't sit there and state your opinion without getting any sort of backlash, because that was not my intentions. I mean, I feel how I feel about that for two reasons. One, I just generally think it's wrong, and two, as a man, I can't just sit there and just let that shit just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's good, Jonathan? Did you watch The Gates? Oh, that's something else I got to sit there and ask you last thing. You said that the chick, Chelsea, I think that's the name. You said the chick was stuck up. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? What you thought of it? Yeah, it was Chelsea. You said that Chelsea. Donna says, "No worries. I rarely shy away from giving my opinion, but we agree to disagree. As a woman, I feel differently, and and that's yeah, I respect that, Donna. I respect that. So I'm very glad to have you, though. Even if we disagree on about some stuff. Monique, I'm not gonna lie. I always thought that was like it was funny, Monique. I was sitting there telling my dad, I was like, yeah, it wasn't all black, damn near all black cast. What's good, though? What's good, Deluxe? You said that Chelsea was stuck up because she was a social media influencer, but it's only the first episode though. So like I was, I should have probably just questioned you that in there, but I was like, how you guys? I mean, like I get social media, I get social. Um, what's good, Ronnie Ron? Oh yeah, I was just wondering where did that come from? Like you're just saying that Chelsea was stuck up. So like where did that come from? I'm just curious about your opinion. As says, do you think that EJ was able to take away Rafe memories, and do you think that Jada and Rafe are done when the real Rafe? I don't think that they're done, but I think it's going to be a hurdle as far as yeah that I don't know. Um, I do think of this though, like if his memories are erased, that means it's they're gonna stretch it out, and I'm not gonna be looking forward towards that. Donna says, as a Virgo, I'm pretty laid back. LOL, didn't catch much of it. Okay, cool. All right, I just want to make sure we're good, Donna. Because even when we disagree, I definitely love when you cook, Donna. What's good, Tanya? Now, let's say social media influencers are stuck up people. I know I went to high school with one, at least one who, yeah, and I get that, but you can't sit there and say that about every social media influencer. I mean, technically, Kyrie's is a social media influencer. So, do you think that Kyrie's is stuck out? I mean, that's just a wide assumption. I love it, Wink. Angel. Angel says, I feel like everyone watched the gay set because I barely saw anyone tweet about GH. I know, right? No. What's a social media influencer then? Well, he's a YouTuber. I think there's a difference. How's there a difference? What does YouTubers do that would not define social media influencer? And Angel, it's so good to see you. I mean, think about it. Tyrese talks about the shows. He gets other people to sit there and watch the shows. He gets other people that would normally watch a show. Like Bold and the Beautiful. I don't think that that's a difference last day. And I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna sit there and save you some time and tell you exactly what the difference is. Jakaris, what's good, Jakaris? I get to your question in 1 second. It's a teachable moment. Um, I'm doing good, my friend. How are you? You think that an influencer, people who are using Twitter and Instagram at least, that's my definition of social media influencer. Okay. Oh, then technically, yeah, exactly, Angel. Then technically then he's a social media influencer because he uses Twitter and he uses Instagram. I think your definition of, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, your definition of a social media influencer is a girl who is pretty and comes across as vapid, self-centered. That's your definition of an influence. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like there's more to being like technically I'm an influencer. And trust me, I hate saying that because that comes across as super cringe, but technically I'm an influencer. So am I stuck up? I do have an ego, but am I stuck up? As says Abra, glad Leo's going to be a reporter and are trying to give his character more depth. Yeah, because I do agree with that, Ed, because I'm so over and done with the jokey joke stuff with Leo. Um, Ron says, "Do you agree with Finchman that Leah's character has run its course?" I gotta think about that. That's an interesting one. Now we got Robert in the chat. Hey, Albert, we welcome to the team, and what a great day. Yes, exactly. Justin, and let everyone sit there and say what's up to Robert. Yeah, okay, I get that last time. But okay, I'll get to that in a second. Thank you, Jonathan. Johnson says they call it Beyond the Gates because it's not just about what happens on the gates, it's about what's happening beyond the gates. And that's not just a play on words. Okay, well, that's mostly a play on words, but yes. And again, let's everyone sit there and thank Jonathan, because that really does help out the channel. Like, you have no idea how much that shit actually helps out the channel. Why is it not letting me? Well, Justin, if you have Paramount Plus, you can sit there and watch it. AKA Quiet Guys in the chat was good. But I don't know. I mean, you have your definition. I'm just not just saying, like, technically I do influence people to watch stuff. I do influence people sometimes to even buy stuff, like certain foods that they probably shouldn't be buying. Um Last day says, I'm in Chelsea so far. She wants to be like the Kardashians out of all people who that shows their reference why they picked the Kardashian, Mr. Beast, and what makes more sense. Robert says, hey, Albert, you saw Karen. Oh, no, I don't know who that is, but I did watch Beyond the Gates, though. Johnson says if Brennan planned evidence to frame Jason, that would be a deal breaker for her. Absolutely. And when she finds out, it's a wrap, Jonathan. Like, it is a wrap. Last day says, I mean, if you're trying to be in with social media, with the social media cloud and the YouTube crowd, why don't you pick the more popular man on YouTube? Okay, I think we're kind of getting off topic, but okay, we gotta agree to disagree. I like Nicole. She seems cool. She seems like yeah, yeah. No, it's cool last day. I think you kind of missed the point of what I was saying, but it's all good. I just want to, since you were in the chat, I was like, you know what? I was like, let me let me sit there and test your brain for a minute, you know. But I do want to thank you for being for um who's stuck up because very pre notions of social media. Yes, exactly. And my whole thing is last day. It's the first episode. Was good, Tracy. Like, here's the thing: if she actually did something that was like, oh, she act like she was better than somebody, or she talked down to someone, then I could be like, okay, cool. Um, Johnson says Danny could end up being the Sammy Brady of Beyond. Oh, she already has the markings for that. Listen, when she popped her in the face, the family just walked past her in shame. Like, even Nicole, who is, I can tell you right off the bat, is the responsible one, just sat there and just looked at her like, mm-mm-mm. Ron says, Albert, your thoughts on the Poppy and Sheila scene because I enjoyed it. Also, oh, you also enjoyed the dad. Yeah, I listen. I'm glad you did. I when she came in, that stupid ass perfume. Thursday Lane. I loved the first episode of the day. I give it 2 thumbs up. Yes. Also, let's welcome in Thursday. Let's welcome Thursday and Spider Quake. I saw the gays. It's not good. It's not bad. It's what I expected from the first episode. To me, nothing interests me, but I give it a week or two. So far, I like Ashley and Danny. Yes, that's the thing. Though, what I really dislike is the intro, but it's way better than Days. Wing says Bill is most interesting characters. He says, "Keep your money. Now you owe me." Yes, yeah. And that's the thing that's just so funny, Wing, because I sat there was like, bro, listen, I'm pretty sure you were better off just paying him because whatever favor that you're gonna owe him is going to be a lot worse than whatever you thought that you were going to be able to pay him. Okay. Well, let's all be surprised, but I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow's episode. But that's the thing though, Spider. That's the thing though, right? It's a beginning episode. It's just supposed to sit there and get you into the episode. You know what I'm saying? Like as in my review, it's just stretching you exactly. You need to see yeah, there you go, Angel. You know. I feel that Luna's an idiot for exposing herself to Remy, and I feel like she's so bored that she's just losing her goddamn mind. Last day says, I mean, you think it was worse than drama. I don't think he's that bad compared to True. I mean, at least he hasn't slept with his. Yes, but my whole thing is the last thing. Let me tell you something. As bad as that is, I want you to think about something last day. He's been cheating on this woman for years. Years. So, like, yes, it's bad what he's doing, but he cheated on that chick for years, though. Every day, every time he cheated on her, he made her feel less. He made her feel less than. And you know what? You know what? You know what? Vernon said, "You're giving that man way more power than he's earned." Is Bill worse than Drew? I don't know. You are. I don't know. You're a pretty big jackass. Thank you, Wank. That's Wank is like Luna had one job. She can't. Of course, she gonna do. And she just stood there. She was like, "Yep, that's right. It's me, the one and only, in the flesh. Yep, I killed those two people. No, that's cool. Bill's really hooked me up though. I mean, I'm supposed to sit there and keep quiet and not say anything. Now, my whole thing is like if Remy sits there and tells her ass actually goes back to jail. Ooh, I don't know who Jimmy Holst is, but I know the Julian treatment. I know that yeah, Ed, I've said that the Julian treatment. Yes. Spike Crick says when they said Haley was a younger girl, I expected her to look like Dinah's daughter, not as old as Dana. Where's Haley again? Where's Haley? Well, you know the thing is, that's true. That's true. That's true, Spike Crick. But like, oh, Bill's girl. Damn, Spike Crick. I'm impressed. No, I'm impressed. This this man has been paying attention. I had to sit there and cheat. The one Daphne slapped. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. But see, that's another thing that's so crazy, though, right? Like, think about this, by the way. Bill actually slept with Queen Cutler. Says, "Got to learn everyone's names, but it's okay." I love her. Listen, I listen for the first day. I knew a lot of people's names, but oh, okay. Thank you, man. Jimmy Holton, Austin's father. Okay, got you. Allison, what's good, Allison? But here's the thing, though. Bill actually slept with somebody, not only that is his daughter's age, but also was his daughter's friend, right? So, like, can you imagine the family dinners or anything like that? And you're like, oh, hey, daughter. Hey, the hell is that chick's name? Ugh, God damn it. The other daughter. Damn it. Why the hell is it not there? But I mean, the point is, like, how do you sit there and look at your daughter's friend and be like, so, like, how do you do that? Like, yes, cat lady. Somebody said the same. Somebody said the same thing in the chat too. Why do I feel like they're not showing the whole fucking cast? Oh, Haley. What's good, Big Samuel? I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. So like quick, because here's the thing. I I have my expectations low. I have my expectations in the middle. And they met me in the middle. I never sat there and said that the first episode like, oh my god, this is super amazing. I'm just like, let's just see where it's at. So Haley, okay, where is where does see okay, this is so goddamn annoying. I already know I won't like the other sister. Is that the social media one? Yeah, that's why I'm just like, it's just it's like how do you I mean, it's probably quick. I'm not against age dating, if they're legal obviously, but like it was good CJ Cole just finished watching the gates. I enjoyed it. I'm intrigued. That's true, Ed. I guess he's not. His thing. Ed. After 2 weeks, I guess he's not going to be part of these type of conversations. He can talk about the other stuff, but he won't be part of those type of conversations. Though, where the is his daughters at? Ooh, now Cat Lady says, and that new nurse, Ashley, ain't going to be Ed. She's a Willow. I see it already. Thank you for that. I don't know why I see her. Chelsea. Why is Chelsea not there? Samuel says, I'm looking forward to Haley's storyline because it got brought up that she's an orphan. What's good, Jillian? Yeah, that's true, CJ Cole, but I understand why she's going so hard, though. Johnson says, I expect days to pick up when it left off on Friday. But you expect it. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, and that didn't happen. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Julian. Damn, I'm really sorry to hear that. It's so funny. I'm using my little cheat sheet right here. Oh, there we go, Chelsea. Right there, never mind. That's a very shitty ass picture of her. No, we don't. Yeah, we don't know who got injected still. This we were making a little. Somebody made a comment about like, oh, it could be. Somebody was like, it could be Rafe, but if it's Rafe, he was funny though today though, Jonathan. He was not there looking at his computer. He was like, yeah, I'm kind of bored with porn. Jenna says, I had a rough past 2 days, got terrible news when my grandpa's house burnt down, and my granny's sister and her boyfriend got out the house, but my grandfather didn't make it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry to hear that. Damn. Yeah, that's beyond rough. Oof, damn. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Singer says the background music on BTG was on point. The background actors like real people. Yes, exactly. Yes. When Danny just started going off on Haley, I was like, um, they did edit out something though. They did edit out something. Johnson says, "What do you think of Kai's conversation with his friend? His friend is a cock blocking dick. Okay, his friend has never actually been with a real one, with a real woman that will sit there and hold you down. Um, that's what I sit there and think, Jonathan. Like when he was like, "Hey, listen, Trina's with me, and it's beyond just being a football player." He was just super hating. You know what I'm saying? Like he came beyond. He was beyond just being a hater. He was also being a cock blocker and be like, "Oh, well, I told her not to sit there and hang out with you." I'm like, bro, I know you did not sit there and tell a woman to not hang. Bro, I would have whooped that man's ass so damn bad. Well, I'm watching six, and I'm watching six, so I don't think I have a max yet. What just came out of your mouth? Oh, I was just talking about the cock blockers. I was just talking about the cock blocker, Kyle's friend. I mean, Kai's friend. But no, Ed, I'm on six, so I don't really have a max. Um, I watched all six soap operas. I say six because I watched a soap opera called Hollyoaks. So besides Hollyoaks, which is a UK soap, I still watch the other four soaps. General Hospital, Days of So I'm watching all five of the American soap operas. But see, that just means that the schedule is going to be it's going to be tweaked. You know, I said this early. I said this in my General Hospital review. I'll probably sit there and make a post about it. Okay, I feel like I feel like I need another drink coming on. I feel like I need it. Hmm. Lastly, it says, I don't know why Kai's friend is so bad. He clearly worried about his friend, and Trina may be a bad influence on him. I mean, he gets Trina. I mean, he get Trina. He probably gonna become another Josh. As thank you, Domas. I had to sit there and learn some of the names on Sunday. I just wish I can do that for Hollyoaks, but I just kept looking at it on Google, and so it just made things a lot easier. But thank you for noticing that, Max. Okay, there's so much wrong. You know what? I'm not even gonna. Nope. 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 Mm. Nope. Not doing it. See, what I've Black my here's another thing why I like. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to kind of pick apart that 1 second ad. Cat lady. You know what me and Bill have in common? We like to sit there and we like our sassy divas. And you are definitely a sassy diva. I know, Jonathan. I saw the I mean, I never really been into Suits, but it was on Peacock yesterday. Filmax says I feel like we may need to eventually make flashcards or something. Yes, I mean, listen, that's how I had to do it for what you call it. That's how I had to do it for Beyond the Gates. Hey, listen, whatever works works. Okay, now hold on, because oh my God, this is I'm not trying to. You know what? Fuck it, it's content. Listen, again, just, last day says I don't know why Kai's friend is so bad. Seriously? Did you look into my homework I gave you in DC? Yeah, I'm gonna do it over the weekend. I'm gonna do it on the weekend. I'm gonna do it on the weekend. I don't know. I gotta think about that, Ron. Anyway, but yes, I'm gonna do it over the weekend because that's when I'm actually have time to sit there and watch. Um, I don't know why Kai's friend is so bad. Seriously, he clearly worried about his friend, and Trina may be a bad influence on him. How is Trina a bad influence on Kai? And what kind of a good friend is that? Let me tell you something about his friend that clearly I don't know if you didn't see it you didn't see it because you don't like Trina, or you didn't see it because well, I'm not going to go into why, but like his friend only cares about him because he's good at football and he helps the team win. He's not really even a friend, if we're going to be honest. He's not there blaming Trina for something that was literally beyond her control. I mean, he gets Trina. He gets Trina. He probably gonna become another. Oh, if he gets with Trina, he's probably gonna become another kiss ass like Josh. Hey, oh, that was an interesting comment. My Michael Baldwin to my Victor Newman. A- Absolutely. Cat Lady says Kai's friend was acting like a jealous little girl. Yeah, I'm like, what kind of? No, his friend is not a friend. His friend is a user. He's using him to sit there and help win games. Looking to get off by what? Kai's friends looking to get by off. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Imagine Kai's so-called friend becomes a bigger problem. Yeah, but see, that's my whole thing though. Like, and that's something else. He doesn't like his life isn't all about football, and that's what he realized. And Quinn is still stuck in that mentality of football, 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 nothing else but football. And so, like, Queen Jess was good. Did you watch Beyond the Gates? You got to make Kai come out of that brace. He keeps playing exactly. I'm like, honestly, tell you, Quinn is the type of person that you just want to sit there and just hit just because. Just because he's the type of person that will get out of line, and you got to sit there and show him force. But yes, like I said, Bill Hamilton is my favorite character because just like Bill, you know me, I love my sassy queens that are divas. Um, but I don't know. Hobby serves a purpose. I mean, hobbies are support. Yes, Yes, Bill Hamilton is my favorite character of Cat Lady. He has some stuff that's kind of in common in a sense. Just as the acting was kind of over the top, a bit bad, but I enjoyed it. See, there we go. Just as Danny is so extra, I think she's one of my faves. Johnson says, of course, Bill is your favorite character because Drew is now. See, there we go. There we go. See, without doubt, Jonathan always sit there and prove every day why he's my guy. Kelly says you just picked him because you know he will be hated. uh, I love her. Uh, oh, don't do that. Don't do that, Jess. Don't do that. Don't agree with her. You know, I kind of hope not. I kind of want it to be his own thing in this weird way, but I mean, if they did connect it to like Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless, I feel like with Bold and the Beautiful, it may dumb it down a little bit, but it may also gives us some good crossovers though. Kelly says Albert over there playing sitwell games with soap opera characters. Listen, I can't. Here's the thing, Kelly. I can't help what characters I connect with. You know, and Domex says Bill Hamilton is trifling, but if I got in trouble, he's on the list next to Rick, Diane, Salt. Really? Why is that, Domex? This is what I want to know. Because here's the thing, Bill's currency is favors. I would rather just pay the money than. Let me tell you something. As much as I like Bill, when he was like, "No, you don't owe me anything. I mean, you don't owe me any money." I may call him for a favor, and I'm like, I can tell you right now, on day one, you do not want to owe this man a favor. Kylie says you always have to choose. You always have a choice. You choose slide. No, I choose um dynamic characters, dynamic and diverse and messy characters. Thank you, Jess. Prove my goddamn point. There you go, right there. I want you to sit there and read that, Kylie. Did you write that before you read that character? Before you read that comment? Lastly says, Alba, how can you get mad at Bill for cheating when you like Will? How could you get mad at Bill for cheating when you like Will and Drew? Answer me that. Um. Well, was a good time, yeah. Oh, well, here's the thing. All right. How can you get mad at Bill for cheating when you like Will? Here's the thing. I may like the characters, but I can still acknowledge that their cheating is wrong. That's the thing. Like Willow and Drew cheated was terrible, right? Bill cheating was terrible. Bill cheating, and that's why I look at Bill's character. Bill is worse in some ways than Drew, because he's cheated for years on Danny and constantly made her feel less than. Oh, Tanya said that TJ should be on Beyond the Gates. All right, I'm gonna sit there and say something that's gonna be a little controversial. Okay. After I read this comment, I need everyone to sit there and kind of brace themselves for a hot minute, okay? Dominic says Bill is a dirtbag, but I wouldn't even have to go to trial. Diane's like Dan likes too many expensive shoes in this economy. As for Bill or Sloan, I can keep a paternity secret alive. Okay. Hold on. Yes. Yes. Yes, I did. You want to sit there and tell me why he's not? Last I said that's Danny's fault for staying. Did you have? Yes, I understand that. I just I get that last day, but I don't like. Don't get me wrong. Last day, I'm not saying that staying was the best, but like I wouldn't necessarily sit there and say that's her fault in some ways. Okay, this is what I was gonna sit there and say. Let me read. As is our Jada and Belle friend because if so, it's going to be messy when she finds out they slept together. Yes. Um. Oh hell yes, yes. So Tanya just said that maybe TJ should go to Beyond the Gates, right? And I'm kind of just like, uh, I mean, the side thing, and the thing is, I participated in this as well because let's be honest, they don't really use Trina like they really should. But I once sat there and said that Trina should go for should go um into Beyond the Gates. I don't want that to just be like some sort of soap opera refugee where it's like every character that's not being used or has gotten fired like Kelly Monaco should go to the Gates or um and Sidney Michaela should go to the Gates. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now Jonathan has now, aka TJ, is still on contract, but yeah, Ed. But my whole thing is though like I didn't think it was out of pocket for Sean to sit there and throw Jada under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like it was out of pocket to sit there and throw Jada under the bus, like because Belle's like, how did you find out? Jada told me. What would you do that for? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get that like he's still hurt and stuff like that. Okay, hold on. Leslie says Danny should have known this was going to happen eventually. If her husband to cheat them, eventually he's going to leave. Yeah, I get that. I do. Um, I don't know. I guess part of me, the thing is, last day, part of me just kind of looks at it, and I'm not giving her a free pass, but I think it's weird last day for me to sit there and tell you this because I'm a very linear person myself. So I do get the logical sense of this. It's like if somebody cheats on you, you should sit there and leave. You shouldn't sit there and stay. Nobody's putting a gun to your head. But I just feel like emotions isn't that simple. And I hate saying that because I'm still calling Brooklyn trifling to this day for the decision that she made um for Dante. But like You have to understand something last day. She was 19 when she married him. That was her world. You know, it's easy to sit there and say, well, it was her fault that she shouldn't have sat there and stayed. And it's like, well, yeah, but when you're in love, you're young and you're in love, you know what I'm saying, you have blindness on. So it's weird because I don't usually sit there and give, but when she explained it, because her family, her mom and her sister's like, oh, well, you should sit there and just get over and just move forward. And it's like, it's not that simple. What's good, Kaiwan? Connor said Rick confronting Alexis almost fainted for shock. Yeah, and that's the thing, though, right? Right, Tanya? Why is it not moving down? What the? Thank you, Domex. Beyond the Gates is not Harriet Tubman for underused soap stars. The show can't rescue them all. Some of them gotta stay. That was really funny, Dolomex. I was gonna sit there and say something very similar to that, and I kind of questioned that for a minute. It was good, Metalhead. I was probably gonna sit there and say, like, bro, listen, this cannot be every single refuge. This show cannot be a refugee for every single underutilized black actor. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just out of, you know what I'm saying? Like Lassie says, I hope I'm not that stupid when I get a girlfriend. Well, I don't think it's necessarily stupid though. Lassie, I don't feel like that's necessarily stupid. I just feel like that's feelings. Feelings are not something that's logical. Feelings are literally feelings. Until it happens, I don't think that you're gonna understand last time. And again, this is not me talking down or whatever. But some of this stuff, I don't feel like it goes over your head, but you're looking at this more logical point, and that's fine. I do that too, but I think seeing somebody else do it is like, oh, yeah, I can kind of see where I fucked up on that. Um, Leslie said, as says, I was speaking of TJ, the actor, posted on Instagram. He said he knows people wants to know what's going on with TJ, but he's happy about the work. He's not speaking on it yet. Hmm, not surprised. Now, Lassie says, well, according to some sources, Danny's going to get with her adopted nephew. How are you going to defend that? Well, that's not to saying I will. Who said I will defend that? But if she does get with her adopted nephew, then that would be a Poppy and Finn situation. That took me out of pocket. So I wouldn't necessarily sit there and defend that. So, yes. Oh, shit. That's not what I want to do. Um, This is rumors, Jess. I want you to sit there and say, but according to sources from last day, whatever sources that these are, that he's going to get that Danny is going to get together with her adoptive nephew, which is Nicole's adopted son. But when it happens, then we'll go there. Yeah, her sister Nicole. I just screwed. You took so much time and effort. I'll let you sit there and say it. Exactly, Lorby. So, But just keep in mind, it's not confirmed yet. So this is just rumors and speculation. But I mean, if you watch it today, she did sit there. Steffi did sit there and make it about herself. Um, I'm sitting there thinking about what Ron said as far as his hobby. Has um, what's the point of Javi being on the show? I mean, Javi's a supporting character. Javi's a supporting character. So like, Nikisha, fuck me. Nikisha once sat there and said that not every character is going to have a front and burner story. Well, I'll take your word for that last statement. Jess, I was gonna sit there and say that I don't know if she was actually upset. I think she was just in shock. She was just like, "Oh my god!" But the thing is, she freaked out and made it her about herself. Like that's the part that was the problem. But she didn't see like I don't know if she got upset. She didn't. It wasn't confirmed that she got upset with him. She just got upset at just hearing the news. Um. So yeah, like that's the problem in general. She didn't make it all by herself as usual. See, yeah, well, that's actually interesting. Last day and just actually 100% agree on something. That deserves another that deserves another drink. What do I feel like I'm gonna regret reading the sentence? Kaiwan says, "Do you think they're going to do a legalized gambling storyline on Beyond the Gates, like on that, like on that, or like on Santa Barbara? They had a legalized and gambling storyline on Santa Barbara back. Well, I never watched Santa Barbara, so I don't know. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, there, Kaiwan. And that comment is for you. That's an interesting. That's an interesting question. You know, going to General Hospital, right? But there wasn't really a lot to talk about on some levels. Rick and Alexis. Yeah, I guess it's just kind of crazy to me that at one point that Rick and Alexis was actually in love, at least in love enough to sit and get married, right? But like, it was like shocking watching Rick actually had genuine concern for Alexis, and the fact that she found out that her daughter got murdered by Cyrus. At first he came to try to hug her, and she pushed him back. Hold on. Let me let me take a drink. Hold on, because this just I'm gonna tell you right now before I read the sentence that she is exaggerating a lot. And Jess, you shouldn't sit there and believe this. Kelly says, Jess, did Albert tell you about his meltdown this weekend was wild? It wasn't wild, and I didn't have a meltdown, and I didn't have a Nina Reeves moment. Okay, okay, there was nothing really happened. That's what happened. Thank you, Lobby. That's exactly what meltdown. What meltdown are you talking about? Yeah, thank you, Lobby. No, because it was no meltdown. Okay, Tyrese was he just took a nap and he woke up and he was a little disoriented and I get that. And Cat Lady just has a very wicked sense of humor. Okay, so like That's just what happened. Like like what are you talking about? So I no, you know what, Kelly? What is this supposed meltdown that I had? Just don't believe her. Um, I don't, you know, Kelly, I don't even think you remember what this alleged meltdown was. Meltdown. She's so cute. Tony D says there were so many other possibilities to end Cyrus. Oh, exactly. What happened? You know, because like nothing happened. No, I didn't delete anything, Kylie, because like nothing happened. There was nothing to delete. I mean, to delete something, I mean that's something I would have fucked to like delete it, and nothing happened. Bobby says, "No, I'm not on the weekend, so I was curious." No. Oh yeah, I mean nothing really happened, Bobby. That's cat lady. She just likes to be funny and cute, you know. But nothing got deleted because nothing happened. But why don't you tell Jess what allegedly happened? 'Cause nothing happened. Oh shit. You know, last day I gotta sit there and agree with you on that. Um, he did bring it today because he does not bring it well most other days. So like he definitely did sit there and bring it today. I will agree with you on that. Arias was asking the question. Albert Carrington to Drew Kane. Drew Cody Kane. What? What? DC the man. DC the man, the myth, the legend. Uh, yeah, yeah. I Kylie, why don't you tell the whole? Why don't you tell this whole alleged story that happened? Kylie is a good. Kylie is a good storyteller. She got a good imagination. That's make that man had a meltdown. And not have a goddamn meltdown because there was nothing to melt down to. What you thought of it, DC? It was good, DC. You got a cat lady over here lying about me, you know, saying what these lies and fallacies. Yeah, let's talk about yeah. Where you thought of the gates, DC? Yeah, cat lady out here putting out shit that didn't happen. Yeah, DC, what you thought of the gates? Ooh, they got 4 episodes left. You got a countdown. Okay, Jess. So Kyrie's might have asked a question, and I might have misread it, and you know, I simply was like, "Oh, you know, cat lady, you know, I want to sit there and do a review with you, and you know, like, I guess you don't have time or whatever, but you know, it's cool. You can do a review with Kyrie's. It's totally fine." And that's what wound up happening. So yeah, that's the only thing that wound up happening. There was no meltdown. She's not there saying that I had a Nina Reeves moment. I just see exactly. That's exactly, baby girl. See, you know, that's what happened. There you go. There you go, love. That's what happened. I was like, oh no, I guess you just gonna do a review with Kyrie's. Oh, my bad. Like, I'm a little disappointed, but it's okay though. I didn't. No, I didn't go off with Carius. I was just like, oh damn it. I guess she just kind of forgot about me, and I was a little bothered by it, but I let it go. See, that's what happened. That's what happened, my love. See, Jess, you see what I'm saying about Cat Lady? Her wild imagination. DC says the writing on the gates. I mean, well, any anyways, Jason is average guy. Bill Hamilton. I like Bill Hamilton. Kelly says after the movie I watched this week, and I don't know if Abba should use baby. Cat ladies. The thing is, though, I mean, the thing is, cat lady. When I love with a passion. That's all. I'm just, very passionate. When I love with passion. Okay, with strong passion. That's all. DC says, I mean, did you feel? Well, I mean, it's literally the first episode, DC. DC, where was your expectations at? Where was your expectations at, DC? See, now you understand, Kelly. I'm just a very passionate person. Justin that they're trying to make it seem like I went off on Curry's, and that's not what happened. See, just that's why you don't sit there and always listen to Cat Lady. DC says I would stop. Prime time has to bring it on the first episode. It's the first. I can't with DC sometimes, bro. That's my guy, but Tony says, let me find out we got another soap opera. No, Tony D. Let me tell you something. Cat Lady just a wild and interesting imagination, and she's very creative, which is serves her well at doing YouTube. So, but I still love her. As says, what do you think of Lois doing to get to doing to get in Brooklyn's way when she changes her mind? What do you what do you Lois doing to get in Brooklyn's way? What do you mean? I don't understand the sentence. Broken way when she can change her mind about finding her and Dante's kid. I don't understand the question, Ed. That's the thing, Jonathan. Yes. So she goes off, but here's the thing, though, Jonathan. She doesn't have any proof, right? Like, yeah, it's Brady's word, but like that's Brady's word. Um, but at least the thing is, though, the hooking up is over, which was wild, Jonathan. Which was wild to begin with. Let me ask you a question, Jonathan. You're working at a job. Would you continue to hook up with somebody who is planning on stealing your job? Let me ask you a question. Would you plan on sitting there hooking up with somebody who is trying to steal your job? No, that would be a deal breaker. Well, Jonathan, let me ask you another question. What if she was really hot? I mean, like the hottest girl you can imagine. Would you still be with her? As says, what do you think Lois is? Okay, what do you think Lois is going to do to get in Brooklyn's way if she changed her mind about finding her and Dante's kid? Oh, I have no idea what the hell she's gonna do. Um, I would just sit there and call her trifling at this point. That's what I would sit there and say. Johnson said I would have too much self-respect to give in. I applaud you, Jonathan. I wouldn't have done that, and I'm just going to be honest, but I applaud that. Jonathan, you are a better man than me. I would have totally not did that, and that is terrible. Um, and I'm not joking about that. DC says, but there's room for character development, and it seems like going all of my children route. DC says, but I feel Abba is going to light on the gates because he knows this child will eat him alive. No, no, I'll be there. Wow. Kelly says, we know you're not. No, I'm not what? you know, you're not. We know you're not what? I don't understand. What's the comment, cow lady? Ruby says, Albert, please get with the broken cow lady is one bad Mama John. Just accept you can't win. And once you do, oh, okay, I'll definitely check it on your channel. We know you're not. Oh, well, yeah. But the thing is, Kelly, I'm honest. I'm honest. And says, do you think Gio is going to lash out when he learns the truth? Um, yes. Yes, I do. I'm damn sure you're not. What does that mean? DC says, like I said, whenever the chat's ready to tear into Albert to shreds, well, I don't think, but the thing is, DC, it's not so much like I'm going light on the show. I just think it's literally the first episode. And the thing is, DC, I feel like if you're judging the episode too harsh, it's the first episode. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, DC, here's the thing though, you can't sit there and say like, oh well, it's like prime time, but it's not like prime time. It's literally a soap opera. So like, you keep trying to judge this show based off a prime time standard. Well, if it was a prime time show, but it's not a prime time show though. It's literally a soap opera, but it's whatever. Sean says, I don't know why both fans are saying Hope will get with Finn because of Luna with the F Finn, bad mouth Hope in her face, and there's no way Hope wants that. Keep doing this. But we got to bring in a primetime audience if they want to survive. But that's not, I feel like you have two different parameters, stuff. DC says if this was any other show, but it's not any other show, though. You will go ahead, but it's not a primetime show though. You can't use that because soap fans clearly aren't enough to keep. I get that, DC, but the thing is, I'm coming at this from a soap perspective. So if I'm coming at it from that, then I'm not looking at it like a primetime show. You're looking at it like a primetime show. So you expect glory on the first episode, which is absolutely insane. I'm sorry to say that, DC, but it is. And I feel like it's an excuse to sit there and say, well, if it was a primetime show, but it's not. And the fact I've been actually letting you get away with saying that without actually like challenging you on that is in bad part for me. Darby says, do you think Brennan helped Josh and to murder Cyrus as a way to trap Jason. No, I don't. You know, Darby, I don't think that the writers are actually that clever. I'm not going to give the writers that much credit. I don't think that they're actually that clever. As says, what do you think about Laura and Martin scenes? I don't really care for it that much. I would sit there and say this much, Ed, and I said this in my review. I don't know if you actually watched my review, but I said this though. Laura Smith is saying that I wanted Cyrus to ingratiate herself with me. I'm like, wait, what? Like that didn't make any sense. And I thought Laura was out of pocket because what was good, Darby? How do you explain Jason's hair at the crime scene? Oh, wow. That's actually pretty interesting. Jess, I got one for you though too. I got one for you too though, because I wrote this in the comment section when you commented. DC says if you're looking at also first stars on their first episode, they brung a cliffhanger. This isn't prime time thing. It's premiere episode day. Hmm. Okay. Okay. There we go, Jess. Now I got something for you. So Jess asked this question, and a lot of people asked this question. Dion asked this question, and I couldn't sit there and really comment on, go. I can't really talk to Dion about this. But she asked, why didn't Jocelyn not just call the cops? Because it was self defense. And my thing is, the cops might not have saw that as self defense because Jocelyn came into the cabin. Why can't you talk? Well, the thing is, DC, he's doing okay. How do I sit there and say this? Our format's a little bit different, right? So he's doing a live review. So it's not really a lot of time to sit there and have like a back and forth conversation in a sense. Because there was a couple of things I wanted to ask Dion about, but he was more focused on doing a review than to sit there and kind of like debate this. Um, let's just look at it though. You come into Sire's place with an unregistered gun, and you're sitting there saying it was self defense. Well, who's going to corroborate that? Yeah, there was prints on the axe, but the axe could have clearly been he could have used that axe for self defense against Jocelyn, who came to the apartment and she says, well, I carried that gun for protection. How do we know that? Casey says, I do like they didn't make the matrix you know what, she was actually nice and likable. Kelly says I'm about to press play chess. Just as it's tricky, but a good lawyer could get self defense for her. And like someone mentioned, Cyrus didn't own the property, so it's not his. Dakara says, I don't condone violence, but Haley had it coming. It's kind of okay. Well, I respect your opinion. Um, the Josh has a good. No, she doesn't. That's exactly what I'm saying, Darby. Just as it's kind of given premeditated murder, but I don't know. I wouldn't go to the trouble of covering it up. They actually had not intro. I did like the intro, DC. I did. Spy Quick says, Albert, I really like about the gates better than all the other soaps is outside shorts. I love actually seeing them drive. Yeah, I'm just saying, Jess, because here's the truth of the matter. Jess is tricky, but a good lawyer. And but the thing is, Jess, that could be the same thing said for a good prosecutor. All right, a good prosecutor could sit there and easily sit there and say that she. Okay, so the property wasn't Sars's, but it wasn't Jocelyn either. So like, even if we go by like property, whatever, it still could be argued that it it was premeditated. It's yeah, it's it's quite yeah, it's very old school. It's very old school. Uh Chicago says I don't know about y'all, but I'm willing to give. I think most people are. Um DC is given it 5 days because his measurements is based from um why was Dexter worst character? Justin says there was only one thing about Beyond the Gates that was annoying to me. Well, what's that? Justin, yeah, it could be argued that it's premeditated, but covering up was worse. Yes, that's true. That's true. Commercial breaks. Okay. You have a point, Jess. You have a point. You have a point. I give you that. Have a good night, Tony. We'll check it out, your cars. I said watching Jason now and Kai Frank doing too much. He even called her tiny and yeah, I mean, like I said, he was definitely. I mean, he was giving a lot of vibes. He was giving hater vibes. He was giving loser vibes. Um, what's good, Shakara? What's good, Shakira? He was doing so much on so many levels. Like, and I think we talked about this earlier, but you were here for that. But like I said, long story short is that he's just not. He's not been with a real one before. He's never been with a real one before. The evidence. Oh shit! I didn't even realize. It's not that looking at my damn cheat sheet. But like I said, I don't. How is Trina a real one? Because seriously, Trina's a real one because she was not. She pretty much sat there and said like, "Yo, listen, you have a life outside of football." I think my question is last day. How do you sit there saying that Quinn is actually a good friend? Can you explain that to me? Can you explain how Quinn is actually a good friend? Yeah, yeah. It's not so much like get a girl from your own. It's get a real one. You know, get somebody who's going to sit there and be there for you even when the chips are down. Not somebody who is exact. Well, the funny thing is, Jess, and I'm sorry, last day, but I kind of got to sit there and use you as content. Um, apparently, to last day that Quinn was being a good friend. Yeah, I want to sit there and say that shit again. According to la- according to last day, Quinn was being a good friend. He was looking out for Trina, who was what did you say? A bad influence? Yeah, Trina was the bad influence. think there's enough aqua in the world to sit there and try to explain that with a straight face. I do want to thank you, last day, for being a good sport. Maybe Kai is a shit quarterback. Shit. Uh, Thank you, last day. Also, thank you for being a good sport. Yeah, I mean, I get that, Sean, but I asked you is why do you think that Dex is a bad character? Okay, last day said Quinn is a Quinn is it good for him because he's on his way to Kai. Dude, you're in high school. This is not going to be the love of your life. He's acting as Trina is the most important thing in his life. I mean, he did cause. I mean, he did cause Cody a whole bunch of money. Are you serious? I'm sorry. I'm not picking on you last day. I swear I'm not picking on you. Um, Last day, Quinn is a good is it good for him because he's on his way to Kai. Dude, you're in high school. This is not going to be the love of your life. He's acting as though Trina is the most important thing, and he did. Oh, and what? I mean, he did cause Cody to lose a whole bunch of money. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta, you know, gotta, gotta double check on that one though. It says I'll be watching Gio and Sunny saying Lois is going to get it from all sides. Yes, and as she should, because she's trifling. Hmm. Well, last day you you've been a good sport. I give you that. You got thick skin, so you definitely belong in my chat. Darby said, "Do you think that Quinn sees Kai as a future meal ticket since he was Kai?" Yes, yes, Darby. Yes, that's part of the thing. That's part of the reason why he's such a bad friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, last day. But that's why he's such a bad friend. Um, because of that. But like I say, he just he doesn't know what it's like to sit there and be down for a real, be down with a real one. And last day, you know what, fuck it. I'm not even gonna. You've been a good sport, so I'm just gonna let that go. So I do thank you for your participation, even if it might have been a little bit kind of unwilling. Okay, not unwilling, but Shakira says Steffi panicked and Luna turned out to be her daughter. And they took so goddamn long to sit there and get there, though. Oh my lord. They took so long. I can't. I can't. I really, really, really can't. A lot of things. Well, that's good, last day. Listen, let me tell you something. My choice is not for everyone, last day. So like I go in and I appreciate people like you. You know what I'm saying? You're a really good sport tonight. Um I appreciate you. It was good, Shakira. Just as Haley is the weakest character to me so far. You know my issue, Jess, you know my issue with Haley? I wanted her to own her triflingness. I didn't like the fact that she was all like, "Oh, well, can't we just sit there and make peace?" And yeah, I get that last day. I get that. I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're a good sport, so I appreciate that. But see, that's my whole thing though. Like, I wanted Haley to sit there and own her shit. Okay, you took that man's husband, and I mean, you took that woman's husband, and that was clearly messed up. But you walked over there, and you're all like, "Oh, well, can we sit there? And can we sit there and try to be, kind of be friendly and kind of be, be peace?" And I'm like, why do you think that she wants to sit there and be peace? Why do you think that she wants to sit there and have peace with you for? And then you walk up in the country club that you know that her and her family dies in. Like, honestly, tell you the truth, the fact that you thought that you can walk in there and not get an ass whooping or at least a good smack to the face, which again, I don't condone violence, but like, how you thought that you was gonna walk out of there not unscathed is just like she was being too goddamn friendly. Just exactly than one to live in the neighborhood. Wow, that's awesome, Sean. I'm glad you find that funny. That says enemies to eat a Snickers bar. Stop hanging out with criminals. Yeah, exactly. You hanging out with the local mob enforcer. I'm not going to feel bad if your fellow officers don't trust you. They shouldn't trust you in the first goddamn place. Um, but Jess, I don't know if you watched my review because it was actually kind of long because they had so many goddamn characters. But Jess, this goes back to a very old school ideology. Because Jess is like, exactly, they want to live in a neighborhood. See, Danny knows that this isn't Bill's first time cheating on Danny. She's been doing this shit for years. The difference is it's always been somewhere else. So she can always sit there and play it off like it didn't happen. It's kind of a bit of a red pill ideology. But now you're sitting there bringing embarrassment to her. And at first I sat there was like, well, you more concerned about your have a night, Lorby, especially since she let Valentine get away. And other things, yes. Um so Chris says what I think the gates gotta fix is the hospital, like where Ashley or whatever the white nurse name went inside it's Ashley was so damn white, like it's gonna eh, yes. Yeah. But just like wait, I mean the rest of the sets is cool, so I can let that slide, but I get what you're saying. But yes, it's an ideology thing. It's like this is where I understood where Danny was coming from. Oh shit, she went there. She went there. But I'm like, her family's not just saying, hey, listen, you need to just let it go. You need to just sit there and move on. Bill ain't shit. Even Mom Dukes is like, yo, listen, I never liked Bill. But when you're 19, you sit there and marry a man for that long, and you're kind of living in more of an old school traditional marriage of all right, the husband can go out and do what he wants, just abide by certain rules and you'll be fine. Um, And the sad thing is that that's an actual real practice. Danny being cheated on for years is nothing new for women of her generation, even women now. Last they said Danny, she became a side chick while being the wife. Yeah, like I said last day, like I know you're younger, and I don't know if you're gonna get this, but like that's how it was for a while. I don't know if that's gonna work, Sean. I don't think the evidence is gonna support that. Just that yeah, Danny already knew he was cheating, but this is the first time he left her, I guess, yeah. And made it public. Like you doing this, your family knows, the whole community knows, and again, it goes back to the embarrassment. Lastly said that's just sad that women just expect that my husband's gonna cheat on me. There's nothing I can do about it. It's a little more complicated than that last day. Um she's kinda an exception, but lastly, let's be honest. If back in the day and even now to some extent, if a man actually is making so much more money than a woman and they marry and stuff like that, some men have some relationships. It's like there's an expectations that the man is able to sit there and sleep with other women. I'm not saying this thing is right, but if you are a man that's not providing for your family and stuff like that and making sure that she doesn't have to work, there's a certain expectation that they're allowed to sit there and sleep with other women on certain conditions. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying that's a reality. And even when I was in college and I was taking this class, she was not this saying like her friend is like, "Yo, listen, I get my bills paid every month. My kids are in college. I get my nails done every month or whatever, and my man does whatever he does, and it's fine. It's just a culture thing." As says, I really wish Trina stopped downplaying herself. Kai wants her, and she knows it, but she said yes. And I don't know if you watched my review, but I did sit there and have a theory about that. Because Trina is not the type of person that would sit there and fight for what she wants in a sense. Um, and I feel like Emma is going to like Kai. Kai is only going to go with Emma because Trina's not going to sit there and step up. And then Gio is going to like Emma. Okay. Well, I mean, that's the theory that I'm putting out. I put it out a couple of videos ago, but that's the general theory, though. So it's not going to be a love triangle, but it's going to be. I have no idea what it's going to be. I have no idea what it's going to be, but it's not a love triangle. What the hell is that? I don't know. Like I said, I think that the Gates was actually pretty interesting. I wouldn't sit there and say it's like, oh my god, this is super amazing and whatever, but I didn't think it was terrible either. I thought it was very surreal. And I'll sit there and say it's in the chest since I still have way too much. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know how well soon. Okay. Hmm, that's interesting. Um, it was surreal for the Gates. First, again, having a mostly black cast. You know, having because I'll sit there and say this on with Trina. We're always not just saying, well, Trina's not there, Trina's not being used or whatever. And what do I feel like I'm gonna throw up reading the sentence? Um, and I feel like there's just a lot of pressure on Trina's back. And it's nice to sit there and watch a show where they actually have more than one young adult woman of color, you know, where it's not just all on Trina's back. That you do have multiple women that are young adults like Trina on the show. Oh, we're spelling my last name with a K now. That's cute. Oh, it says it kind of giving me episode mixed with Tyler Perry. That's what Beyond the Gates is. Kind of giving me what does a dash and what does a dash of Santa Barbara. And that's what's it's giving me Albert Bostic with a K. With a K now. You should listen. When you do, we can sit there and talk about it. I mean, yeah, I didn't throw off, so I think I actually did fine reading his comment. What the hell does Dion actually do that shit every week? Justin says, would you say the same thing regarding Chad on days? What do you mean? Have a good night, Ed. It's great to see you, my guy. And I'll see you in the next stream. Well, what do you mean, though, Jonathan? Thank you. Last day says, oh, cat lady. Would you say the same thing regarding Chanel on days? Okay. Oh, Chanel. Okay, so what do you mean by that? First of all, Callie, I think you should go back to the beginning of my of my video because man, last day we had quite a conversation. Like we're gonna have quite the conversation now. Do you think it's the same situation for like it is for um yes. You know what it is, Jonathan? I don't think the fans are that vocal though. I don't think the fans are that vocal. But yes, in the same situation, you are correct, Jonathan. You're correct. You're correct. You're 100% correct. They're just not as vocal with it as they are with Trina. Very astute point, Jonathan. Lastly, says Emma and Kai. I could see that. I think it's more possible in Trina and Kai, and plus an interracial couple, which I think is severely lacking in soaps. Uh, Probably. I wouldn't sit there and say they're not, but I mean they did have Sprina. Like Sprina was everything. So I mean on a surface level, well, let's see what they got on days. They got on B&B. They got on Wide Hour. I'm not really seeing it. Is that exactly what they got on? What they got on Days of Our Lives? I don't see it as severely lacking. Yeah, Billy and Lily. Yeah, Johnny and Chanel. You have Hope and Carter. I'm I'm sorry, am I missing something? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not. I know that I come across as sarcastic. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just. I'm. That lady says Abby and Devon, Audra and Nate, Carter and Hope. She's right actually about all three of those. And I forgot about Abby and Devon too. We had TJ, we had TJ and Molly. So like, where's this? Let me just read that again. Shit. Which I think is severely lacking in soaps, which is interracial. We Shakira says Jada's gonna regret when she finds out. She is, but it's sad because it's like she didn't know, and I am kind of an eye for an eye kind of guy. Last day says that I put my foot in my mouth. I don't count Hope and Carter. That's a business arrangement. Okay, wait. Here's the thing. Last day, even if you don't count, here's the thing. Even if you don't count Hope and Carter, there's like three couples right there. Oh, okay, but the thing is, last day, you still got Abby and Devon. We still got Nate and Audra, which does count as an interracial relationship, and we still do got Johnny and Chanel. So we can't sit there and say that those are business arrangements, and those are LGBT character. Those are interracial. Those would count as interracial relationships. I don't watch. I don't watch YNR. Okay. Well, even if you don't watch YNR, she's telling you that Abby is Caucasian and Devon is black. In Days of Our Lives, you got Johnny and Chanel. So, I mean, I don't see how that's lacking in interracial relationships. Which no, 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 no. No, it's not about feeling like an idiot. Okay, I don't want to ever make you feel like an idiot. It's more of a teachable moment. Listen, Cat Lady has been teaching me stuff sometimes when I forget certain things. So, and I'm the host, and I feel like I'm pretty good, and yet I get taught lessons by Cat Lady. Of course, during hot spring, I'm definitely gonna be sitting there teaching her a lesson or two. Cat Lady says if you want to add Brad and Lucas. Ooh, Shakira says Jada and Rafe was a mixed couple too. Very good point, Shakira. Very good point. But yeah, okay. Now, okay, all right. So just to kind of give you out a rundown, I plan on waking up super early and watching. Maybe I'll put a poll or something because I still want to do a live stream, but I do want to watch Beyond. I do want to review Beyond the Gates, and I'm going to review General Hospital. My God, Jonathan is piling it on Trip and Wendy. Yes. Um, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best to sit there and try to what it. Oh, listen, as they apparently I say things that I shouldn't say, or I act jealous and have meltdowns that I shouldn't have. So it's no big deal. Um, allegedly, even though I love with a passion. Yeah, I help it, cat lady. But I love with a passion. Anyway, point is, I'm gonna sit there and do my best to try to do a live stream tomorrow. But if I do it, if I do it, it may be a little bit later because I'm getting out of work late. But Kelly says, "Show me." I feel like every time she says that, I feel so subconscious, um, and she makes me shy in certain ways. But trust me, when we have our hot springs, I'm show you my arms. We're gonna have a good time. But yes, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. I will be um hopefully back tomorrow. We'll sit there and set up a time for for me to do it. We'll talk about the soaps. So yeah, I want everyone to have a great night. This was a fun as hell conversation as always. Last day, you are awesome because you are a really great sport. And when people watch this in the beginning, they're gonna see why. Yes, have a good night, my gorgeous queen cat lady. Have a good night, Black Mon. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Josh says join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with Bostic. Jonathan, of course, my Michael Baldwin to my Victor Newman is awesome. Because says Haley deserved that slap. I don't know if it condone violence, but I mean, she was foolish enough to think that she wouldn't. Johnson says, good night, everyone, to hit the like button. You hit that goddamn like button. And also, if I can sit there and say enough, I love this woman, cat lady. She is my gorgeous goddess. I appreciate her. She actually gave me homework. My gorgeous queen actually gave me homework. And of course, because she's so amazing, I'm going to say yes. But anyway, have a good night, everyone. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully. Laters.